In 2023, Victoria's Secret commissioned 20 artists from around the globe to reimagine its iconic runway show. This is one of their stories.
So, no. There we go. Eleanor Raikkonen. It's like a 14th century sex worker who I think was assigned male at birth. And then, yeah, was like went on trial.
That's so cool. So people are actually sending you stuff and being like, have you heard about this story?
Yeah.
So you're kind of like a detective.
Yeah, but, okay. Okay. Transparo. All of this stuff on the wall are just like initial thoughts. So like, yeah, the dark place behind the ruined houses, the orange groves of Ponta Delgada, are where Victoria did her work as a sex worker. My concern are Africans at that moment where structures that we recognize now, philosophical concepts, forms of kinship, capitalism, like economic structures, all those things are at a point where they're like coming into being. What was happening to like Black people at the time, but also what we know as gender is also being formed. So what was happening to bodies like mine? I want to make our story more meaningful to what it means to be human. I was always reading when I was younger. I think stories can kind of like help guide how to like think and how to feel and how to respond to things. And I felt like maybe that's what I was also like looking for, like a different way of like living. My parents didn't really educate me about Blackness, about race, about like, how the world would meet me. Coming over here was a lot of things that I didn't quite know and a lot of questions that I was asking about like, why am I being called this? Or why am I being treated like this? I found those answers online. And then I found other people who were like trying to answer the same question, thinking about what Blackness was, thinking about what it meant to be like human, and also just sharing their thoughts and wishes. All the images are from an archive on Tumblr. It's also one of the most exciting things for me about being Black is like having kinships to so many different people. It's incredible.
Oh, Ebun.
I knew what I wanted to do, but where was the confidence? It'd been sapped from me. And what happened at Shades and what happened with you, especially pushing me to like write and like do all these things, it was like, okay, actually, I am creative. Like without you, I wouldn't be an artist, you know, I wouldn't be sat here like having this conversation. I think it's true.
You know, I can't help but care, Ebun. So when I met you, it was really clear that you know, you were suffering. I recognized that. You were suffering. Yeah, I remember when you said, I don't want to make art, I'm tired, I can't do it. And I said, okay, you know, I've got other things for you to do.
You were like, you put me to work.
Exactly, you know, and I just, even the way you speak, you can tell. You can tell that you've got something quite special to bring.
The words I wanted to produce, I wanted them to be framed by the ocean and framed by like the dramatic landscape. I wanted to enjoy being in St. Ives, being like with the fresh air, being isolated. The isolation, for me, it was like really, really good. there's a lot of stuff that you have to worry about when you're in the city, and here there's less. Here, like, the cows don't really give a fuck who you are. Like, the heather doesn't care about, like, you know, the size of your feet or something. So I guess it's just, you build a new, I think it's like you build new relationships with the world. Artistically as well, I wanted to put myself somewhere where my body could, like, actually experience what it was like to be by the sea. She had the look of a woman, shining wild and burning bright. She had the look of a woman, dark of skin, so just quite right. She had the look of a woman, stubble-chinned and kinky-haired. She had the look of a woman, this strong-faced woman. She had the look of a woman. She had the look of a woman, that she was never meant to be a woman, this woman weeping. And so perhaps this strong-faced woman, with just the look of a woman, was never meant to be a woman. But this is all she ever had to hand. Woman. For the Victoria's Secrets project, I'm working on a video collage. I'm making it at like a hard time, which is really frustrating. I'm working on my career, but then I'm also living on Turf Island. Being trans is much more visible than ever before and much more castigated.
How are you navigating that at the moment? Like, are there like people you're spending time with? Are there like...
Yeah, I mean, I've got my friends, like Chloe's like always a great help. And like we kind of like get each other through things, you know? For me, it was having like a community I could speak to, but also I wanted like sisters who were also making art, who could like support me. We could talk about what it means to like move through the like London art world as Black trans women. Because I was like, surely I'm not the only one. In this like really transphobic, homophobic, racist, anti-Black world, the work becomes a way for me to be more sure of myself and to build theory and to build like poetry that I can turn back to myself to be like, okay, well this is why I'm here. This is what I'm doing. No matter what anyone else says, this is where I'm supposed to be. I tried to look back, trace my body through time, find an unbroken path that led to a woman like me. But I was met with a door of no return, and the sea behind, a lacuna. But from this wound, and from the torn away in the remaining, came a call, felt, not heard, and the call told me, sister, I will always be holding you. You will feel my embrace whenever you press ear to sand. Through all of time, I will be holding you. I will have held you. I hold you now, sister. And the call told me, sister, I am not God. I am in your body. You will find me there, sister, there in the water. in the bend of an elbow, there in the weight of a laugh.